Welcome, returning and new subscribers. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Albala Pantera. Welcome to the portal of expansion, unconditional love. Anything that is not in alignment to expansion, unconditional love will have to be removed and is being removed. Welcome all. Let's get into our messages. But prior to getting into the messages, I placed onto the community tab mentioning to write a message of love to your parents, because it is more so for you as you continue to go through these transitions and evolving into a much more expansive, unconditionally loving vessel and being. It's more so for you. Because without that forgiveness and still holding on to any form of turmoil that you may have experienced, as you were being raised, that's what the purpose of that thank you and that loving letter to them is for, or message to them is for. Okay? And this is all being inspired by the message of the white buffalo calf woman in terms of what it is that you are asking for. But the intention must be love. It's not asking you what you're unable to let go of because you're still holding on to it. It's just saying express gratitude and give that thank you for those lessons, because it's allowing you to evolve. And those that are doing the opposite because they're still attached, remember, the source to most detrimental effects of one's mind and heart is that which one is still attached to. So as long as you're holding on to any form of hurt or discomfort that may have come from your parents, the importance is to release it with love. Because if not, you are placing yourself easily into a karmic lesson. And it's not just you. For some of you who have children, it's more important for you to perform that exercise with love. Because all you're going to do is pass on that lesson infinite fold onto that seed that you are either wanting to bring into this world or that you already have. So when you express that thank you and that gratitude, you lift up that karmic debt from all involved. So write that message of love to your parents. Doesn't matter where they're at in their journey. This is for you. Okay? Bonsoir, my love. So let's get into the messages. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angel, spirit guides, ancestors, known and unknown, that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High, infinite source of all. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. We're going to begin with the hidden worlds. and see what the message is for the collective. What is the message for the collective in this glorious moment? What is the message for the collective? We have mountain lights, light beings, portals, and subtle energies. Number 29. Can break that down into number 11, which speaks of the vision, the visionary. Also could speak of ascension and descension, as 11 represents pillars. But we have here the mountain lights. You can also connect the mountain in connection to the goat, Capricorn energy. An ability here to defy gravity and climb these obstacles in a way no one else can but you, because this is part of your destiny, your path. Light beings, portals, and subtle energies. Mountain lights, number 29. Let's look at it. Let's see. In the in-between places, the beings of the hidden worlds can make their way into the world of this planet through portals. They come in simple forms of light, offering energy to the natural world in this time of change on our planet. They assist all who care for the planet and who wish to be a part of her evolution. You who see this image now are a part of the collective chosen to do the work that has seen the planet survive more than one time of great danger. You need only hold the space for love, for vibrational energy which is pure and high, to maintain harmony and the calm in your own self, which will have a soothing effect on all around you. This is no complacent peacekeeping, nor is it ignoring the crisis this Mother Earth now faces. It is to hold the space in which knowing can be kept alive, so the beings of light can continue to come through the sacred places, the portals of the hidden worlds, and make their way to the trees and to the animals, to the plants and the waterways, through the air and deep into the very clay of the earth, and help purify her, heal her, sustain her. Hold this love and light energy within yourself. Speak from your heart. Keep kindness close to you. Show the way through being the alternative. Break the chains of anger and sadness that seek to enslave your spirit, to overwhelm you. At this time, let lightness be the way. Have a soft touch, a kind gaze, and a warm heart. And keep the pathways alive for the light to do her sacred work. The message that just came through as I'm reading that, you get more with honey than you do with salt. You're going to receive more with honey than you do with salt. The illumination of this card. Light workers assist in keeping open the pathways for light beings to help heal this planet. Keep the living light inside you alive. And this is also why I've been posting certain messages and assignments that you can do it yourself. You don't have to necessarily place it into the comments. But gratitude to those of you who do, you know what I'm saying? And your blessing is infinite fold for doing so, but it's more so for you to do with yourself personally. But in doing so, is helping to filter out anything that is doing more with salt than honey. Because this will be the portal of expansion and unconditional love. We may have our moments where we have to get to the bottom of things with that warrior energy. But the primary source of every response, action taken, is going to come from love. See, in this cycle of the Yuga in connection to Kali, Kali is in connection to Cancer, the sign Cancer, which is represented by the moon, which has to do with your subconscious mind. That some of the patterns that most have an issue with breaking through and out of is because there is a seed that is deeply rooted within one's subconscious. The Kali can come through with that scythe or that machete or the harpy eagle using its talents to dig up that seed from as deep as it is, from places that you cannot even see or feel. But you'll see greater results when you are doing more with honey than with salt. Okay? There's a time and place for it all. Some right now are still using their anger to overcome a situation. There's a time and place for it all. Not saying that you don't have your moment, but don't sit there. You know what I'm saying? Move on from that. Because again, everything that you care about is what you give attention to. Writing that love letter and that thank you note to your parents ain't got nothing to do with, I'm not taking none of this. Zip it. It has nothing to do with that. It is about you and forgiving yourself with what you've experienced through those transitions. That is the lesson that some are going to repeat because they feel as though that got nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Those are the vessels you came through. In order for each generation to be liberated, each generation has to forgive and love their parents. We're not speaking about the problem. When you ascend and expand from that, you can hear and feel and see what's being said right now. But those who want to continue on that wheel of karma without reward, you're constantly in a state of complaining. All you're doing with complaints is planting the seeds of detriment. That's all you'll be doing. You'll receive more with honey than with salt. There's a time and place for it all. There's a season to reap and a season to sow. Angels and ancestors, what message do you have for the collective? The Earth Guardian is asking you to stay rooted and grounded. Let's see what we have coming through here. What message do you have? More mountains. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mountain again. Standing your ground is going to come more with honey than with salt. Whatever is not in alignment to this harmonious and loving space, you can easily remove from your life, especially if it has to do with social media or technology. It's a new blockbuster. Wait for important information. Stand your ground. Wait for important information. Let's look at this. The mountain represents a warrior symbol in this deck. Hold firm to what you believe in or are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. Once again, this has to do with moving from a space of love, not revenge, and not proving a point. Because some will hear this message and feel as though, their perception of a situation and the way they may have overcome something in terms of looking down on a situation or someone that they have overcome, instead of viewing it more so from the higher perspective, the perspective that moves mountains, is to say thank you. It doesn't mean to allow yourself to be in toxic situations to say that thank you. What I'm saying is not allowing yourself to sit there and take any form of mental, physical, or spiritual abuse. No. Protecting oneself, but also seeing these situations from a higher perspective in order to hold firm to what you believe, and what you believe stems from what you know and or are focusing on. So hold firm to what you believe in or are focusing on, because it is absolutely right. Right in speaking of the intuitive factor, the right hemisphere of the brain, the receptive, the intuition, the nurturing, the love, the creation. Mountains are strong and wise. They are rooted deep in the earth and reach high into the sky. They have been where they are for thousands of years. They have been home to animals. They have been climbed by humans, and they have seen seasons come and go. No matter what has happened to them, they have remained strong, immovable, and unshakable. And so they offer the spiritual energies of strength and resilience. Mountain energy is powerful because it's firmly rooted in the Great Mother and reaches high to the Great Father. If you're feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You are resilient and grounded, and the energy and air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you're not sure what you need to do next, the mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are. Talk things over with those around you and know that change will come to you. And I'm getting that this conversation has to do with these portals that are opening as we are ending the Kali Yuga cycle. And these energies around you that they're asking you to have conversations with are light beings that are surrounding you. You have the mountain here twice. Says you will be whole and well at the end of this current situation. It will not stand in your way of your future growth and expansion. It will not. And so it is. Now let's go into the tarot and look closer into this here energy as to what it is you're being asked to stand your ground, be that mountain deeply rooted in the earth with the connection to the heavens, to the most heaved up space within all realms, beginning with your body as the initial altar or realm that houses your spirit and soul in connection to all that is the Most High. What is the energy? $33, door to romance. Another door, door to personal healing and happiness. 34, doors are opening, love. Doors are opening. And we have journey. Some of you have gone through many lessons in love. That was part of the journey. And in regards to that love, thank you letter to parents, some of you have to do this with past relationships and release them with love, regardless of what happened during that partnership or the way it ended. Some of you are creating blockages in your life because of what you're saying the person has done to you, when they're just a reflection of what you allowed. It was all intended to teach you the lesson about what it is that you were allowing into your space that you just have to break out of. And in order to break out of it, you have to get to a sense of the feeling, no longer ignoring what this is. Archangel Michael at the bottom of the deck, cutting the cords, destroying these situations, dissolving it. Magician in the mirror. Archangel Michael is 35. A magician in the mirror is 53. Speaking of a reflection and manifesting these situations into your life in order for you to go through these cycles, to fully connect to your intuition. There are many experiences that each and every one of you go through in order to finally connect to what is right, your intuition. When I'm saying right, I'm speaking of that receptive factor, the intuitive factor. What is she? She's number 52. It's also an energy here that as you are moving forward, something presents itself for you to clear it out so you don't have to go backwards ever again. Again, it's not for you to stay there. Contract. Yep. There you go. There you go. Victory. Who's under victory? The daughter spirit. It's exactly what was just said. Seeing that all these situations you experience were part of your contract. You chose your name, you chose your parents, all of it before being here. You made a choice. And that is the major lesson here of this planet, the school of this planet, is to remember your true essence. That which is connected to before you came here. So releasing the blame of blaming others for, what you don't have going on or what you had to experience. Release the blaming aspect of it and see it for what exactly it is. The lesson necessary for you to see through and overcome. What message you have here? We have Ashbel. For many of you, this lesson has been connected to one who gives power to the material realm or material thoughts. Basically, speaking of success having to do with the way your life appears to others materially. Followed by chosen one, elect of God, the human God body. Purple shirt could be of importance here. Psalm 89, solar plexus energy. The shelves have been cleared. The shelves have been cleared. In terms of what has been piling up that wasn't allowing you to see yourself clearly. We have here, you deserve this. You are an ancient, divine feminine, divine masculine. You are remembering. Speaking of. What else? Have here pull 1 to 3 tarot cards. So let me go ahead and do that now. Let's see what the message is. What message do you have for the collective here before we go into the other messages? The Magician, second appearance. This may have also to do with clearing out the karmic debt of previous healers, magicians within your bloodline, liberating them. By simply just asking the universe to do so. The power of your tongue, the power of your words. Tell me more. The Emperor. Wow. 2 major arcanas out of the 3 were being asked to pull. The Emperor moves wisely, especially with the ability of being a magician, psychic, oracle, high priest, high priestess. The actions taken by the Emperor is one of it's one of being very mindful as to the way one moves, and the mindfulness is more so one who is able to hear from the universe directly, from the Most High directly, from Source directly about what to do, not from one's ego. The third card that appeared is the Five of Wands. So again, this is definitely speaking of the way one takes action, having all the tools that they have to remove a situation or to annihilate situation, but that doesn't mean you have to go about it in that manner. Again, moving with love, taking action based on love. There's a time and place for it all. Because once again, yes, there is a phase where one must protect themselves to not be taken advantage of. At the bottom of the deck here, we do have the Knight of Cups. Now, this Knight of Cups speaks about romance, speaks about love, speaks about an invitation, speaks about dates. Some of you are being asked to clear out this karmic debt that you have within your vessel that has to do with love spells, bringing people into your life against their will. Or you may have been connected to someone, within your bloodline that had a history of doing that. Or if you had a partner who was connected to someone within their bloodline that has a way of doing that. Either way, the energy is present in whichever way it presents itself. This is what has to be cleared out. Not doing things against someone else's will. And we can take this to a global aspect too. There's a lot that goes on amongst the people and why they were unable to have authority of themselves. What's hidden within all of this, Source is saying, is the Judgment card, but it's present. It's 533 right now. It's present. Because Pluto in Aquarius is the reestablishment of the power of the people, having power over themselves, sovereignty. So those are the 3 tarot cards. We have brain and heart and harmony in this age of technology, Aquarius. I'm being guided to check the planetary hour. Let me see here. We are currently in the sun's hour. Okay. For each and every one of you, that planetary hour is going to be in accordance to your location. So we'll be in this position of the sun's hour for another 6 minutes, after which we'll be going into Venus. So this is also another reason why, as to the essence of love, is coming through here in regards to partnerships too. Some of you are single because there are things that are being cleared out in order for you to connect. Let's say this does have to do with the divine masculine. You are divine feminine, energy speaking. We have this divine masculine king that is transitioning into the emperor, which is here. But there's something here, the message that is coming through is that the emperor has to realize that they are the emperor and that they have the world in their hands in accordance to God, generator, operator, destroyer. And then we have the lunar eclipse, which we are coming into the eclipse season as well within this year. Someone literally just has to say, you know what, thank you for all of those that manipulated me and had me thinking some other type of way about myself, because it got me to the point for me to really see who I really am. Because there's this energy here of wanting to fight a battle with a battle. But you must choose your battles wisely. Because some of you are too advanced within the way you will handle a situation. And instead of you coming back at this situation or person, it's going to be returned right back onto you. Because you come from a much greater source. You have a different connection to source. All you must do is learn to protect yourself. So that way anything that is thrown at you bounces right off. Or it doesn't even reach you. Now we're going to do the tarot spread. I'm going to take these up and see if it shows through. What's the current energy here for the collective? What's the current energy here for the collective? So the Sun, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Beautiful energy showing through as I shuffle. There goes Judgment. Page of Cups. What's the current energy? The current energy is the hour we're in that is giving you strength. We have the Sun and the Strength card. 198 or 99, but it's still a 9. Currently, there's a completion of a cycle that is inspired by your strength and courage to be confident in receiving the messages from Source, the infinite creator of all, giving you, okay? Giving you the responses, giving you the scenarios to bring forth this clarity to take your power back. And I'm also getting taking your power back doesn't have to even be forceful. Because the Sun speaks of your immortal spirit, your life purpose. In alignment to those two, it's very easy for you to mind your business. And you got the Six of Wands here, Jupiter and Leo. Speaking of expansion, the light is on you, beloved. I'm also seeing that they're showing me that if somebody is being brought to the front of the line because it is your turn to receive. But you have to release behavior of being at the back of the line. You have to release that mindset of being at the back of the line and wondering, when is it my time? When is it my time? It's always been your time. Even going through certain situations, it's always been your time. But you would have to stand your ground and see every situation from a higher perspective in order to say, you know what? Thank you. What's opposing this energy? Greetings, love. What is opposing this energy? The Five of Pentacles. I'm telling you, feeling as though you're at the back of the line, or you're not being seen, or there are no doors opening for you, but you got a door and a big old key right there letting you know, 5, it's time for change, but you got to pick yourself up. Show me more about this Five of Pentacles, because this is a way of one thinking of their own values. Mercury and Taurus, when you can easily turn that around, because your body is giving you the wisdom required to move through these situations. But if you choose to pay attention to things that you're saying that you don't care about, but you actually do care about them, and it's detrimental to your evolution, then this is what's going to have you in this position of feeling left out. You are a creator. You are an extension of source. If there's not an opportunity presenting itself to you, well, let me tell you something. You're the one that's supposed to create that opportunity. Got the Magician here again, speaking of. Some of you don't realize the type of power you have. I mean, look at as often as you put yourself in this lack mindset, how much more lack comes into your life. That's a form of manifestation, but it's on a different avenue. It's not the destination you want to keep going to. And you don't have to. I have is Taurus energy, second house. What do you truly value? Because that's what's at the forefront of your mind. And this is what's also allowing you to generate whatever it is at the forefront of your mind based on what it is that you value. What's this Five of Pentacles energy he's showing up as an opposition? What's this Five of Pentacles as an opposition? What's the Five of Pentacles? Neptune, illusions. For some of you, you have this fantasy that you can actually make a reality, but you're surrounded by so many naysayers and their subjectivity to what success is. Stay focused on your objective. 7th house. For some of you, this is a partner or someone you have that is of importance, and they're very close to you. They know so much about you. And this could, you know what's coming through about this? Is this has to do with someone who may have seen you, quote unquote, fail in many situations, that when you choose to take on a new task, they're judging you based on what you've done before. You're going to have to ask yourself, why are you still around that? I'll tell you why you would be. It's okay with you. Simple as that. It's okay with you. Don't complain about it. You know, just know you're making a choice to allow what a naysayer that doesn't have your vision to dictate or to influence your next move. Tell me more. Neptune in 9th house. Child. Whoa. So this Five of Pentacles, this lack mindset, is showing up in the area of your life where you choose to broaden your horizons spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. The Sun. Ooh-wee. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. Not theirs, yours. Allow yourself to use when someone feels as though you can't do something, or you shouldn't do it, or it's going against this and it's going against that as your fuel. But do not stay there mentally, physically, or spiritually around these energies. Sources also saying some of you are surrounded by these certain types of vibrations, and you constantly telling them what your plan is. And then you're wondering why things aren't manifesting. Well, you're giving that energy into situations that don't have your vision. Meditate and connect with these subtle energies, these light beings that are around you, that can easily shift the situation for you based off your imagination. Some of you are not able to tap into that because of certain situations that go on around you that got you in this state of anger. And now that inner child aspect can't even enjoy what it is that it's creating within. And if someone pisses you off, the quicker you release that and you let that go, the further along you'll be in terms of manifesting your ideal lifestyle. Don't allow these situations and people to keep taking over you. Get your power back. What's at the basis of this? Well, I'm glad it fell on the ground that way, because that's a tower moment, especially when it comes to the lack of resources to take care of what you got to take care of. It's 10 of Pentacles, but it fell onto the ground in reverse as the foundation of this message. Meaning that what's causing this opposition definitely has to do with some of y'all feeling as though you're not being supported, but you're looking for support in the wrong area. For the vision that you have, I'm getting some of y'all really in here are in a position to manifest what some would call a fairy tale. But if you can see it, you can imagine it, it's already happening. Don't let these other people who are not tapping into their imagination, who have no idea of what a natal chart is, not coming for them, but you're allowing certain people who don't know themselves to dictate or to really have control as to what you're doing, the way you do it. It's not about anybody being above or below. It's just facts. You know yourself. They choose not to know themselves. They choose to go by what someone else is telling them to believe in, rather than asking questions about what is this that I'm actually believing in? Is it something that I truly know? Is it something that my soul, my heart, in alignment to my brain that allows me to live life? Is it giving me a yes to keep going on this path? Or do you even know what a yes from your soul is? Because when you do, all these situations with naysayers, the way you're going to be moving thereafter, you're going to be blocking a lot of people. And when you do it, you're not going to feel any type of guilt or shame or any form of I'm doing this just to prove it. All that shit go out the window. You're doing this more so to make more room for what it is that you want in your life and removing what you don't want. It's as simple as that. Because for this 10 of Pentacles to be in this position, some of you are building something from the ground up. Starting at zero, literally. Some of you, there's certain situations, let's say this has to do with money. And you may notice that, you at a zero right now. Well, you at a zero so that way you can make room for more zeros with a positive in front of that, because everything that you have gained up to that point was not in connection energetically. The currency was not in alignment to where you're going. You're not broke. You stepping into a state of wealth. That currency that you have within that account was not in alignment to what it is that is in connection to your immortal spirit and destiny that's involved. Listen. Let me see what's going on here. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here in reverse? What is this? Yeah, it's some serious contracts. Some of you in here saw that. You saw that twice. Two orbs. Fast too. Speaking of light beams, 552. Yo. 552. Verily, truly, indeed. Ashe. 552. 12. Cosmic intervention that appears as a delay. 552. God is in control. A night to remember. I kept hearing that. Gonna make this a night to remember. Then we have zinc. Okay. Shapeshifters, Malaysia. The 552. Intermission. The Orion Cube. Godfrey. That's hilarious because it reminded me of the show Lucifer when Charlotte asks Amenadiel, so who is my husband? And Amenadiel said, God, free. Just not to have a trip out. Welcome, Alana. Pantera Soul Tribe, Ashe. Woo. Why is the Ten of Pentacles in this position in reverse? I don't know what I'm watching, what show this is, but she over here mixing up a drink. The Fool card and the Magician. Some of you didn't receive an offer or were rejected for something here because it had some other karmic attachments to it that you have overcome, which is why you didn't get it. You have the Fool card coming through here with the Magician at the bottom of the deck, 0 to 1. Yeah, see? Okay. This is exactly what I'm saying. Some of y'all, you went from a position in life where you were stable, but this stability had karmic lessons attached to it. That as you began to disconnect from this box, recognizing you're a spirit soul first before being human, and you are learning to be human. This Ten of Pentacles in reverse is in connection to you taking this leap of faith of taking the road less traveled. And this opposition of the Five of Pentacles, what it's saying is that in doing so, it's almost as if you've been exiled from everyone around you at some point. But you had to, in order for you to see your strength in connection to source. your ability to create. I'm also getting some of you had to really get into a space where you have to recognize your ability in creating the life you want in connection to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate yourself, but it's not in the way of you being boastful. You may have people who may feel as though that you're doing that. But let me tell you, if you notice that, because people can say certain things in a certain way where you can tell they're really not celebrating you. And some of y'all got to get more clear with the verbiage of certain people that are literally not there for you. Knight of Swords. Mercury energy, Gemini, Virgo is coming through here. Six of Cups. Slow it down. Because this energy here, as you took this leap of faith, there was someone that ran to you as quick as they could to create an opposition. Or energetically, you notice that whenever you're in this state of celebration, this comes in to knock you out of that energy of the path that allows you to manifest greatness. Tell me more about this Knight of Swords with the Fool card. Something here from your past with the Six of Cups. Tell me more. The Ten of Wands. And the Moon. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles as it relates to this as an opposition. Where does this connect? Knight of Coins. You got Gemini, Virgo energy that's coming through here. For some of you, this is people at work that you got real close to that is connected to lack mindset energies. Codependency, Eight of Swords, self-sabotaging thoughts. This is obvious in terms of when you are requiring this level of assistance that you always give others, you've taken that leap of faith to finally say no or to disconnect. Because there's an energy of someone always wanting you to be there whenever you expect them, whenever they expect you to be there. But they were always constantly this draining energy. Ten of Wands, Knight of Coins. One more comment that is not positive. I understand the message resonates. Remember, this is a portal that manifests energies. I, as a messenger, is clearing them out. Five of coins. There it go again. There it goes again. For some of you, this may have to do with someone who is a Virgo, sun, moon, rising, wherever, or this could have to do with situations at work. Some of you are doing more than you're supposed to. Some of you are doing more than what your job description says, and it's draining you. Ask for that promotion in alignment to what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in a position where they're not going to promote you based on what it is that you're doing, then do what your job description says. Don't do more than you're asked to do. Plain and simple. A lot of messengers here. Yeah, some of y'all it's a group of people here that's just Knight of Wands, Seven of Coins. Now we have Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini, all mutable signs. There's a lot that is going on as far as changes here as it relates to these burdens you've been carrying that is not producing the currency that allows you to thrive. It's just something where you're in an energy where it constantly has you in survival mode, or you're around people who are constantly in survival mode, and you know so much information as to that is not all you came here for. What's in the immediate past? Look at this, Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of y'all know that you're a born entrepreneur, and it's time for you to put, you know what I'm saying? Lay that foundation so that way you can be in that setting. You know what I'm saying? Page of Wands in the immediate past. Tell me more about this Page of Wands, because a Page of Wands here, well, Page of Wands normally indicates an ally, but this is more so a lover. We are in the Venus hour right now. So Venus and Sagittarius. You may have received an opportunity or a message from someone who is an ally, or several people who you may have considered an ally. But now, while it's in Capricorn, it's more so about getting to the bottom of things, getting down to business when it comes to what it is that you value, not playing yourself or wasting anybody's time or them wasting yours. Tell me more about this Page of Wands in the immediate past. The Magician, child. This Magician is nonstop. What is this Magician's energy? You got the Two of Wands here. I just heard waiting for the perfect moment. But what is the perfect moment? When all you have is right now. What's the perfect moment when all you have is right now? Yes, you can plan, but all you really have is right now. Some of y'all have certain things on the plan that you know you're supposed to be doing right now. Not next week, not next month, not when this goes into this, now. That's not for all. What's the Magician here? What's the Magician? The Ten of Cups. Ooh. And the Nine of Coins. This is definitely someone who is single. Some of you may have cut someone off because you thought they were moving the way others move, when they were actually single and really wanting to build with you. Tell me more. Ten of Coins. Child. Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins is the Magician. So you've already been manifesting this. The reason why this is going on right now, because it's part of the manifestations, because this is an immediate past. You may have done this during the time that Venus was in Sagittarius. Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Star. Whoa. Yeah. So here's what's happening. So some of y'all, all right, your words have power. What you have written down in terms of this lifestyle you want to live, it's closer than you think. You can't even, it's closer than you think. It's closer than you think. This Page of Wands with the Magician, we're clarifying the Magician, and it's the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles upright. This is love, money, health, everything up to par with the Star card. Come on now. Yo. Hold up. This may have something to do with at the start of 2024, Venus in Sagittarius was in the square to Saturn in Pisces, which tends to be an energy where one can have less confidence in themselves. So where we at? This is about, within the last 30 days. Things began to shift as of the 11th of this month. Tell me more. The Emperor, but it showed up sideways. So this has to do with you opposing yourself. You opposing yourself. Some of you may want to check to see what screenshots you may have in your phone, okay, to help you further analyze this from November 22nd to the 28th. There could be images of certain people that you may have been around that you may want to ask yourself, is this something you should be moving forward with? The Emperor coming through here sideways. And then the Nine of Wands, which speaks of doing something over and over again, expecting a different result. But the different result comes from once you realize the strength that you have to be going through these situations, that you also realize you don't have to. Justice. Yep. What's justice here? Seven of Cups. What's justice here? Two of Pentacles. This is clearly saying you are manifesting the life that you want, but you got somebody around you that feels as though you constantly say this or you constantly say that. What makes this any different? And this happens often to whomever this is. For a sword, it's time to put that to rest. It's time to put it to rest. And bringing your 10 of cups, that emotional fulfillment with wealth, first with your health and, your pockets. What's crowning this message here? That's why this is saying stand your ground. And the conversation you need to be having when it comes to what it is that you want to do is more so these light beings that are around you, not physical human people. Some of you have a connection to people on the other side that are much more respectful and loyal to your energy than people that are present. But some of y'all also have to let go of feeling as though you have lost someone that is on the other side, because that is diminishing the connection that you have with this person being a light being, as a person that can direct you, because they can see much more when it comes to the frequencies of light than your own naked eyes can see. Some of y'all are seeing their birthdays clear as day in moments where you're being asked to take a certain step. Queen of Wands, crowning this spread, Aries energy. The Queen of Wands is someone who is generous, knows their purpose, is on their path, extremely generous, social. With this 10 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the spread as the foundation, with that Queen of Wands up there, some of y'all are really surrounded by some the wildness of the envy and deception is at a whole other level. You see it, but you're connected to a certain tradition that tells you, oh, because they're family, we're supposed to work this out. Some of that working it out means to disconnect and be at a distance so that way you can evolve. If they're supposed to be there thereafter through their evolution, they will be. But you have to get yourself more connection to source in this moment in time. Okay? And don't put too much emphasis on who's not supporting you either. Just see it for what it is. And again, say thank you. So you can make room for what is that you want to have in your life. Because that back and forth ain't doing nothing for anybody. Though I'm not going to say it ain't doing nothing. It's doing something. What it's doing is keeping each and everybody in this abyss, in this energy. You know the type of pressure you put onto your heart every time you get up into this energy of people not loving you, and you know this. Some of y'all feel this in your body where you may tend to even close up, or you may not say as much around certain people. Why do you have yourself around certain people where you can't even express yourself thoroughly? For what? For what? Or people who want to water down your expression. Nah. Some of y'all got to remove that narcissistic behavior mentality. So I'm not going to repeat myself again. What's happening next is the 9 of Pentacles. Stepping into your independence, stepping into your abundance. And in speaking of these light energies, these subtle energies around you, you have nature bringing in, okay, the companions that are going to help you with your synchronicities, with this beautiful white dove, helping you to build from the ground up, as it's on top of what appears to be, a red pentacle. Okay. And some of you also in the near future, you're going to realize the ability that you have to work with herbs to clear your energy. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the food that you cook. Also, speaking of food and cooking, you want to be mindful as to when it is that you are cooking. You don't want to cook in a state of anger or depression or anything of that nature, because all you're doing is feeding yourself back that same energy. And this also goes into, who it is that may be cooking at that time. If you notice that their energy is off, that's not something you should be consuming. What's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice? Mm. The devil, temptation, and then we have the wheel. What about it? What about this energy here? This is also speaking of Capricorn energy, which is coming through as focus more, put that energy that you may have on focusing on what people are never doing and what they're not doing into things that you know you can control and do. Stop focusing on what people are not doing for you. Because it's the exact same way, and that's the perfect formula to keep having that situation in your life. Or you energetically moving forward, but then you still have this essence or this residue of a previous situation that no longer serves you. Told y'all. What you're gonna step into in this portal is being more aware of your thoughts and your feelings. What is it that is allowing you to grow? What is keeping you from that growth? And whatever is keeping you from that growth is not something for you to dwell on. It's for you to recognize and say, okay, thank you for showing me. Now let's move on to the next task that is all about evolving from that, transmuting that into a power. What's the advice? We have the Queen of Swords. This is also allowing yourself to see right through situations here when it comes to significant partnerships, based on the way things are being expressed or the expression that you may feel within yourself about the energy that's going on around you. There's so many different ways of communication. Doesn't have to be verbal. For some of y'all, you're being asked to see the body language of what it is that's in front of you, more than what's being said. Pay attention to the body language to remove from your essence things that are no longer in alignment to what it is that you truly care about. Bring more love into this situation. Some of you may even want to pick up forensic psychology books, just so you can get an idea as to the way, they may go about certain situations, as to the way someone is moving, their eyes, the way they're moving and things of that nature. And just pay attention to what your soul and your body is saying. Yes, this is something I can utilize so that way I can continue to grow. Okay. And for some of you, it's time to release a Libra. Plain and simple. What's the advice here? Ace of Wands. Okay. Speaking of seeing right through the situation based on one's body language, this is also an ability some of you are having a much deeper connection with in terms of what you're able to see. Now, when I say see, we're speaking of your mind's eye. So you're bringing in a situation into reality so you can finally take action on it. Deja vu type of vibes coming through here. What's in the environment here for the collective? Yeah, being presented with an opportunity, Page of Swords, that you're being asked to detach from. Dang, okay. What is this? Knight of Wands here. Sagittarius energy. This could also have to do with Knight of Wands, speaking of change of residence, going at the beat of your own drum. Some people are going to be detaching from you just because you are doing that. Just because you are doing that. And some of you, this constantly happens anyway, but you may have a tendency to want to pull this energy back. The only reason I can give you as to why someone would want something from their past back that no longer serves them is because of codependency. Nine of Cups in reverse. With the Chariot. Nine of Cups speaks of a wish fulfillment. This is really being around energies that know that when you're around, and that's the only reason why they want you around, that they attain more success in their life. But that's the only reason why. When it comes to you as a person, you know, being whole mentally, physically, spiritually, they only care more about, you know, what you can do for them, not so much what they can do for you. So there is no reciprocity here in this energy. This is letting me know, with this being the environment, this is why you have certain people detaching from you, because they can't get what they want out of you. It's landed right on top of the Nine of Pentacles, which is happening in your immediate future, which is you being more independent, you being more with yourself and doing what it is that you got to do for you. What's this Nine of Cups in reverse? The Nine of Cups in reverse again? Are you shitting me? The Nine of Cups in reverse being clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Yeah. If this was, let's say this was a message where a cross watcher was watching this video, Queen of Swords, they could be a Libra. It could be a Libra, that they were only around you. Yep, they were only around you. That's the fucking truth. They were only around you. They didn't recognize that you can see right through this, or that this message is letting you know that you got certain people around you that know your strength, know where you're going. They may have, you know, spoken to some magician in the past to find out, or another reader to find out what you was doing, which is something one should never do. If you want to know information about a person, ask the person directly. And if they tell you no, it's no. You're seeing this clearly as to what this energy is, but when you see it, you're being asked to just release it, okay? Just release it without the anger. Just release it. Because you can see exactly what it is. They see it too. They recognize where they may have fumbled you. Wow, Nine of Cups with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Wow. What's the Knight of Wands? What's the Knight of Wands? The Fool. Let me see. What's the Page of Swords? Yeah, there's some level of regret for someone that that's viewing you as a missed opportunity. Someone is viewing you all here as a missed opportunity. We're in the placement of this spread as to the way you're being viewed. Someone sees you as a missed opportunity because they may have listened to someone else's misjudgment about you. Page of Swords, the Strength card. They know your strength now. 806. Knight of Cups. Pisces, Leo, Aries. Here. Nine of Cups in reverse. 10 of Wands. Whew. This is a heavy burden. So, okay. This is where being mindful of connecting oneself with something of the past that's carrying the burden of not seeing you for who and all that you are. And they're, based off the law of karma or any other universal law, they're in a position where they have to, you know what I'm saying, clear off that karmic debt. They may come around to apologize, and that's okay. But that's not an opening for you to get back into this situation. All right? Because look what you have in your foundation. It was built off of lack of support. Yes, all is to be used, but not misused. All is to be used, but not misused. What's in this hopes and fears position here for the collective, waiting for something to happen? What's this energy here? What's the message? The 10 of Wands. This definitely got to do with some of y'all possibly thinking about somebody from the past. You can feel it. Okay, so what's this? This could be someone shorter. This could also be someone with the Napoleon complex. I just saw Napoleon on the screen. This could be an energy of someone who doesn't have the stature that they express themselves with. But they're doing this from a place of insecurity. Yeah, the Ace of Cups here. There's no need to worry if love is coming in when you have the love for yourself. Ten of Wands, Ace of Cups, coming up in the hopes and fears position. Look at this. Now, as I move the cards that were over there over here, the angels and ancestors deck, we have the oracle, wait for important information. And the card shifted over so I can see the card under it, which is giving the message of here's the important information. And it's the raven, which speaks of release the old and put it to rest. Four of Swords. Okay, put it to rest. Put this to rest. It's time to move in a new direction, love. It's time to move in a new direction here. The drum and the traveler. It's time to move in a new direction. And again, it mentions something here about dreams and your journey. Journey is here again. I'm really seeing someone see the truth about people, just so you can finally close out the cycle within your dream state. What's the Ten of Wands here? King of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Coins. Dang. Okay. Ooh. That's heavy. The King of Swords energy is giving the vibe of a group of people. Or some of you also in this position of manifesting unconditional love and expansion. It's time for you to clear up your social media. It's time for you to make more room in alignment to what it is that you are manifesting. Look at what it is that you wrote, that you are manifesting by telling yourself you have it now. Are there things that you're still connected to or subscribed to that is not in alignment to that? Because something as simple as that, 633, can easily prolong this from coming in, 132.22. That Five of Coins keep coming out, which is your opposition. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, see, the Page of Swords is in your environment of what it is that you're being asked to detach from. Some of you, you're in your Saturn return, Saturn in Pisces. You have gone through quite the cycle when it came to, obstacles and challenges that stem from hidden enemies or something here having to do with your spirituality. Also, another keyword for that would be spiritual hygiene. For some of you, this connection has to do with somebody that you only had a connection to this person because y'all would either smoke or drink together. And that's the only connection you have. It's not a connection where each one can tap into that higher essence without an external substance. Because there is a way to use these external substance from a spiritual standpoint, but that's not what was happening here, especially with the Nine of Cups twice. There's something having to do also with some of you stepping into this space of sobriety. And you got to see who's who around you. Congratulations. Congratulations for moving forward. Okay? King of Swords right here. An Aquarius could be of significance. What's the outcome here? What is the outcome here? Landed here on this Five of Pentacles with the Magician. Ooh, the High Priestess. In a challenging position, though. The reason why is because with the High Priestess energy, that can be anybody. And what you're realizing, it could be anybody. They just want you to focus more on the energy. Is it draining you? Let it go. Is it allowing you to revitalize yourself? Keep going in that direction. Because the focus is bringing more love and expansion here. Okay. King of Swords still staying there. Tell me more about this outcome with the High Priestess. The Knight of Swords shows up. There's a lot of information you're going to be receiving because they're giving me the Knight of Swords as far as third house energy. Information based on your thoughts. So, okay, you're receiving information based on your thoughts. Now, you're receiving information based on your thoughts. You got here the Five of Swords. You're gonna have to be more in control over what it is that you're thinking. Okay, making sure that you're having more thoughts that is helping you to you know what I'm saying, to step into your true power, to step into your purpose. And the bottom line when it comes to purpose for everyone is transmuting the dark into light, transforming your pain into power. That's the purpose for all. The way it shows up for each and every one of us is going to be a different journey. But what's important to see that is being your authentic self. We have been in connection to so many different societies or worlds, boxes that has you competing against another doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So now has come the time for each one to be the innovator. It's really no need. If somebody got, this is what I was saying before, if somebody has a message about something in a certain date and how they receive their information, let them do what you do. But you see, my mission here is to make sure those who want to still be in the way with this lack of authenticity and this competitive nature, this patriarchal type of way of going about things, no, that's going to end. That's where we're going to draw the line. Say what you got to say. Be your authentic self. Do you. But ain't no need to be sitting here judging people based on how they want to move around and do things. If she want to wear a wig, let her wear a wig. If she want to wear certain clothing or whatever, let her wear whatever certain clothing. You don't know the type of goddess you talking to. Because for all you know, you could say a certain thing and then, ooh, there go a crisis that something's going to take them a little bit longer to get out of. Telling you. Know that I'm not knocking any of y'all from saying what y'all have to say or what you want to say within the chat. But with the mission that I have here on this planet, and each and every one of us have a beautiful mission. But mine is to take that energy out that keeps you having these conversations about what someone ain't doing for you or what they didn't do, man. Fuck all that. What is it really doing for you? Notice that when you say it, see, the way my energy is, I have to deliver that message, but I know when I'm delivering that message, I'm immediately sending it right back to source to change that up and bring back the power. Everybody's not moving that way. I'm not saying everyone has to, but just be mindful of what it is that are you saying it to transmute it, or you just want to say it? Saying it without purpose, it's just saying something just to say it. You see, when I go about these messages and you see me going in a certain direction, you better believe the alchemy is in place and we transmuting this energy up and out of here. That's why I say be mindful what it is that you put in the chat, because I can feel the essence of people subconsciously that they're not aware of yet, that still has to be cleared. That seed that's deeply rooted in connection to that pain is being watered and it's growing again. And that's not what you're here for. That is not what you're here for. You're here to experience love, expansion of love. Anything that is in connect. When I say expansion, anything that's connected to love. If that ain't where you at, I'll let you know right now. This ain't the channel for you. Again, just because I'm expressing something don't mean I'm asking you to tell me. If you want to tell me about something personal, book a personal reading. So that's another thing you want to be mindful of. When there's certain situations you have going on that, you know what I'm saying, that you may have felt at one point was happening to you. Look at everything that you write as a point of just okay. Everything that you're typing out, especially with technology today, look at that as a cauldron. So everything you say is part of the recipe of what it is that you're manifesting. Don't feel as though because you did. No, you're going to manifest the shit out of that. If you have moved past it, move past it. I am the messenger of information. For you to recognize, okay, I know what this is. Let me get it out of my system and let's move on. Because another reason why I'm moving the way that I'm moving here on this channel, because I'm noticing that there's a cycle of information that keeps coming through because there's still energies that are on this channel that ain't even supposed to be here. Well, we're not going to do the back and forth. You're just going to be removed. As simple as that. So speak life through your comments. Speak life, abundance, love. Some of y'all also in a position where, you know what I'm saying? Create your channel and express what it is that you have going on. Because you'll see in that moment, you'll fine tune what you're saying. Because it's going to force you to grow. Because now you have to see yourself going through these changes, beautifully so. But go through the changes. Don't stay stuck in the same place. All right, y'all? What's the outcome here regarding this information? The devil, which had to do with the advice. I always tell you, not always. I'm not here to be your friend. Don't look to me to be your friend. That's not what this is for. That's attachment. I'm not here for that. And love ain't attachment either. Six of Cups. You're about to receive all the information that is required for you to move on. It can easily become information that has you dwelling on something and keeps you stuck. You just have to make the appropriate decision within your thoughts and in your heart. Okay? the Knight of Wands. The Devil to the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is here in this, the way people see you energy. Some of you are high priests, high priestesses, and you have people around you who are still connected to certain dogmatic beliefs and traditions. In order for you to prevent any form of arguments, or the way that one prevents arguments when they're stepping into, one's spiritual path, you know the information that you know. And some have the same exact text that you have. You are choosing to read and ask questions. They are choosing to read and not ask questions. Very as simple as that. So that's going to create two different paradigms as to the way one moves. You just have to be aware of what it is that you know and move accordingly. Because there'll be no need for you to argue with anybody who's not asking questions about what you are both looking at, and you know the information that's there. It's very simple. Going back to the Magician again. Which is about you having all the tools in connection to source. You see how he's holding the wisdom of the serpent, which is one's full vibration of one's spine in connection to the brain, all 33 vertebrae in connection to the chakras fully activated. Being in connection to the first 3 brains that are literally above the neck. The medulla oblongata, cerebellum, and cerebrum. Those are your first 3 brains. Your 4th brain is your solar plexus, your stomach. But that's the only brain that most within humanity has been operating from. But we are now in this state, okay, in this position amongst the collective, which is what's going to help the collective to attain their power as the people, is by realizing first and foremost they have more than just one brain. And that the one brain that they did know of wasn't fully activated with the Holy Trinity within it, the cerebellum, cerebrum, and medulla oblongata. Okay. And what this is and what that's speaking to is showing the honor and grace. You can see your connection to source with those 3 in terms of what is controlling the circulation of your blood and your breathing, that you don't have to focus on. That in itself should tell you the extension you have to source just right within you. Listen. The conversations of the butterfly with wings is in full effect. The caterpillar stage is over. The caterpillar stage is over, love. That's just what it is. I live a life of not here to be understood, because if I'm here to be understood by anything or anyone outside of me, I easily become susceptible to moving the way people want me to move, rather than the way source has told me to move. Understanding is the partnership between you and your higher self. No one's here to understand you. Most people have miscommunications because they're looking for somebody outside themselves to understand them. When all you have to see is that you in this situation, a person, are speaking 2 different languages. So communication is going to be off. Significant partnerships. Allow yourself to further, you know what I'm saying, understand and overstand yourself. So that way source can bring those partnerships that speak your language. And there's going to be some filtering out that you're going to have to do with people who, you know what I'm saying, who may see you, may be intrigued, but they're not committed to the process. There's a difference between an interest and a commitment. And with that, my loves, we are closing out our message. I may be back with another, depending on what the message is or, you know, where the energy goes. But just bring more love into your life. And just know I'm here to literally annihilate the situations that no longer serve you through these messages, not for you to repeat what's not going your way. I love you all. Take great care of yourself. And I'll see you on the next message. Ciao.